Oh, a remarkable story, everybody, to share with you now about a young girl walking across the stage at her graduation. It's an accomplishment for anyone, but Maddie was just paralyzed 2 years ago. Joining me now is Maddie Gilhagen, along with her mother, Bridget, and physical therapist Tyson from Intermountain Health in this sponsored interview. I think your mom said, let's not cry before the interview starts. But how can you not watch that and feel emotional? Did it take you right back to that moment?
Oh, yes.
What was that like for you?
Graduation?
Yeah.
It was, yay. I mean, we were all sitting in the stands yelling and screaming that she did it.
Tyson, you walked across with her, and I want to get to you in just a second. But Maddie, take us back to what happened 2 years ago.
So, me and three of my friends, really good friends, we spent it was just barely June, and from the day school ended to that accident, we were at the lake as much as we could. So it was me and a bunch of friends, and we spent basically the whole day at the lake that day. So everyone was tired. We were all ready to get home. We had my friends behind us that was also there. They had the separate car. So they were following us, and we get on State Road 7. We're not going fast as everybody thought. People speed, people do this. We were not speeding. We weren't under the influence of anything. There were so many accusations of that. The passenger pulled the steering wheel, which caused us to roll down a hill. So I was ejected out the back window. The friend that was in the back seat with me was also ejected out of a window, and then the passenger was ejected. My friend that was driving, she was the only one buckled, so she stayed in the car. But
what do you remember? What happened next?
Well, I definitely remember the first impact of the roll. That's stays in my mind. It definitely, we hit the ground. I felt the door push into me. The person that was in the back seat, he bounced off of me. Then we got flipped back upright. It felt like for a split second, and then I don't really remember going out the window, but I remember hitting the ground. And I really just wanted to get up, and I couldn't. And, I don't want to cry.
It's understandable if you do. You get to the hospital, and doctors tell you what?
Well, the one thing that was my concern was my mom. I didn't want to disappoint her by, I knew I didn't have my seatbelt on, so I felt like that was all my fault. I'm so sorry.
Mom, you see her in the hospital for the first time. And what was your reaction?
Wow, this was a life lesson I didn't want her to learn.
Yeah.
They kept saying that if she makes it through surgery, she'll never walk again. Then they said, after surgery, if she makes it the next 72 hours, she'll never walk again. Through all the transitions in the hospital, which there was quite a few, we ended up in the neuro rehab floor. And Adam Webb was her first physical therapist. He says, she's gonna walk again. I know it. She's got a spicy attitude. We went through many physical therapists between Adam and Tyson. Tyson was my husband's physical therapist, then he was mine. And she says, I wanna walk across the stage at graduation. I said, oh boy, here we go, another physical therapist. Well, everybody said she needed a neuro physical therapist. And I said, what if we think outside the box? And I set her up with Tyson. If Tyson can handle me, and be honest with me, he's perfect for her.
Tyson, let's bring you into the conversation.
Okay.
What happened next? How did you help her?
I mean, Maddie had some big aspirations, obviously, for the condition that she was in, what she came to us with, and said, I just want to be able to walk across the stage. And I think similar to what Bridget said, my background, my training's not necessarily neuro-PT. They give you enough to be familiar with it and kind of have an idea of what you're treating, but not my specialty area. And it was, let's just figure out what we have to work with. And so we kind of went through things closely together, figured out, hey, here's how she can use her hips and her legs to be able to move, and these are some of the strategies we can come up with. And then it was just week by week, day by day, trying to find ways to get her to walk further. And you know, little by little, she was able to put in the effort and do a fantastic job. So,
would you call it a miracle, or would you call it absolute hard work every single day?
Yeah, some of both. I think that spicy attitude that Bridget alluded to there.
You decided to have him walk across with you. Why?
I did. Honestly, from the day I first met him, I'm like my mom said, I was very picky with my physical therapist. Not saying that they weren't good, it's just I have an attitude sometimes. Like, I'm paralyzed, I'm a teenager, you know. Like, I want to just get up and do stuff. But between Adam and Tyson, those were the only two that could handle my attitude and dish it right back. So I'm talking with Tyson, and he got me up and walking. Like, between the first day I met him to like 2 weeks later, I have improved so much, like, between then. And so I was like, you know what? I want him with me. Like, if I'm gonna fall, then he's gonna be the one to catch me. If I'm not, then he's gonna be there to cheer me on.
All right, we have seconds left. Tell everyone now. I want to ask you, what was that like to walk across that stage at graduation?
Amazing. It felt really freeing. I don't know. It was just amazing.
Why share your story?
Because I feel like there are so many people that get into accidents like this and think that it's just that. I mean, I didn't think that I was going to be where I am now 2 years ago. So it's just the hard work and just finding the right people and support.
Well, you've got it.
I do.
Got that support right here. Maddie, Bridget, Tyson, thank you so much for sharing your story. Thanks to Intermountain Health for that sponsored interview, and congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more GTU after this.